Hi, my name is Elaine Weiner-Reed. I started drawing when I was about 4 years old. I always loved drawing. It was the way I connected with my grandmother. And then as I started growing up, I started writing poetry and thinking, what can I be? What can I do in life? So I tried to distinguish myself. What am I good at? So there was a whole lot of soul searching. And as I drew, I got lost in it. So I think from early on, it was my zen and my happy place and my healing. In my late 60s, I went for a routine mammogram in December of 2023. I didn't have any cause for going. It was routine, didn't think anything was happening or changing. I'm just doing it, got it out of the way. Then, the news came and I'm thinking, okay, hopefully it's all good news, it's nothing. But they thought they had a mass, and I called the one facility, and all I could get, it was, I think, almost 4 weeks from the day I called to get my first consulting appointment with a doctor there. And I was kind of feeling a wee bit okay, but then you're never gonna think other than that big C, kind of is in your forehead and blocking other kind of activity, or just freely laughing and forgetting about it. It hangs over your head like an anvil. And, reached back and I called the other number. And this was the Luminis Breast Center in Annapolis. And I called just expecting, first of all, not to get a human on the line. A receptionist picked up and I'm saying, I just got this diagnosis. I don't know what it means. I don't know what I have. I don't know what to do. My son, at some point in a conversation, just asked me, Mom, are you comfortable waiting a month to find out what you've got or what the next move is? And so I thought, no, I really wasn't. And that's why I called Luminis. And she said, well, and she's quiet for a minute. Can you come in tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.? And I'm almost crying, and there were probably tears. And I'm like, I can do that. Thank God I went in the next day and I met with the surgeon and I met with the nurse navigators. What a program. So they are a godsend. And I got Miss Patty and Miss Pam were the two I went to. And when one was out, the other filled in, and they were so responsive. And I thanked all my doctors with a print afterwards of that becoming that new thing that's happening. But suspended animation describes what that was like. Your life is suspended, your vacation, you're not, I wasn't signing up for other shows or entering shows anymore. The best of times I could get into the studio and kind of forget and find my zen for a little bit. Being alive, to watch my son get married to the love of his life, was priceless. Everything was perfect, and especially after the rehearsal dinner, and everyone had this fabulous time, but everything was so perfect and so built of love and community that I'm just so thankful to be alive. So suspended animation is done. I just want to live life in the fullest, and my new motto is just do it.